There we go. Now I don't have to worry about her. Yeah, now I don't have to worry about her. Awesome. But we do need a rest, so one more time. All right, I'll try to explain it one more time. Imagine the gods are your best friends. One of them even helped you out in a difficult situation, saved your life that night. Saved you like that night, pulled you out of the fire. Now imagine that somebody's always going around insulting your friends. Gods aren't your friends, and they never will be. They don't save anyone. All they do is lie. Adorable as she is, that's pretty dark. And well, it's 8 o'clock, guys. The commander becomes close to an cave. Host to an anonymous fire, and his dreams are filled with strange visions. He feels the space around him distort, and his sensory organs are flooded by false images. Bred by distortions of light and air, reality itself tries to expel the commander into some dark tunnel. At the other end, a grim figure awaits. His body resists his crude okay. But unknown forces finds a tangle in the commander's soul. Okay. Your attention wrencher. Okay. The stranger grabs at it and pulls like a hunter reeling him a harpoon. Troubled by the sudden intrusion in the dark and ominous force deep in the commander's soul, answers with a menacing growl. Okay. At least I can actually just reset and re-go to this. But this is some dark, deep music, guys. Boop. Oh my god, come on. I rolled a 4. I'm getting this, chat, whether I like it or not. The scum is real. Awesome. The darkness conceals the stranger's appearance, but something can be glimpsed. A massive set of bull's horns crowning a head, the tips glinting malevolent. Tries to understand what's going on. Come on, my intelligence is better than that. Anyways. I will get this, chat. I will get both of these stats done. Oh boy. Come on. Oh, I wish I had some form of guidance for this. Every little bit of XP counts at this early stage, guys. There we go. Okay, so he needs a moment to figure this out. The commander is being summoned, transported through space by some magical force. However, the attempt did not succeed because the commander is not a spirit or a demon, but a mortal Dhampir. The commander is surprised that this spell worked on him at all. He used every effort to suppress the tangle of rage in his soul, which the mysterious power has latched onto. By force of will, the commander pushes his anger down as deep in his soul as he can. The attraction rapidly weakens in response, as if the mysterious enemy can no longer sense the commander and concentrate its efforts on him. The apparition recedes, leaving the commander wondering whether it was reality or a nightmare.
Beautiful.
Beautiful indeed. Oh god. That was nine hours. Okay. Okay. I forgot to. Yeah, we accept this. Oh wait, I need to talk to Ron. I need to talk to Ron. So I'd love to visit Heaven's Edge and see the Arande's estate someday. Oh, I was just about to mention it myself. I've been thinking, now that I'm in the middle of this whole crusade nonsense, I simply must devise new ways to have fun. With all the recent commotion, my birthday completely slipped my mind. What if we were to celebrate at Heaven's Edge? It's not far from here, and you'll get to enjoy a banquet in a bona fide haunted house. Since you're my superior and my advisor, I am obliged to ask your permission to leave for the festivities, and I want to invite you too. I'm sure the commander can free up an afternoon while the soldiers are on leave. Are you really? Are you really going to throw a banquet at the very place where your whole family died? Darian purses his lips for a moment before replying in a bored brawl. Yes, what of it? Am I supposed to weep and quake with fear for the rest of my life? I've stayed away from the damn place for 10 years, and now I'm going to return there to drink, dance, and be merry without a care in the world. You can keep your squashed disapproval yourself. All right, deal. Okay. Well, there's that. But guys, it's time for, well, one second. Cheers, chat. I can get used to it. Okay. Wipe out the band of cultists. Okay. Well, so how much money do I have? I have that much money. You know what? Not like I'm gonna spend it all on one. Spend it on one. Spend it on something. A message for the commander. I'm the Queen's bodyguard. She sent me to tell you she's arrived at Camp Incognito as planned. You can find her where the minor nightly orders are camped. Come if you wish to speak with her. I will come at once. Certainly. As promised, I entered the ranks incognito, along with a few bodyguards. I have introduced myself as Katrain, an old friend of yours. I am a knight of a minor order, the Green Crows. We shall see how long it takes Aniva to sniff me out. Anevia to sniff me out. Why did you decide to join the crusade after all? Because I have a curious mind, and I am quite unable to sit and do nothing for long. You ask a difficult question. I must remain as safe as possible. My death or abduction would sow chaos among our forces. However, I am not only a queen, I am also a paladin of Iomade. It is not in my nature to sit in a place with my sword sheathed. In a matter of speaking, your request was simply a convenient excuse for me to be where I belong, crusading against the demon hordes. Besides, I am curious to see my new knight commander in action. I have a question for you as well. Why did you wish me to join on the crusade? I wanted to know you better. Surely you know how intriguing you are. Enough, Commander. The Queen scoffs with a smile. Oh my. Everything that could possibly be known about me has been written in the chronicles and notarized. mm, uh, Chronicles and notarized. May I ask you a personal question? I've learned so much about Queen Galfrey from chronicles and legends, but what about the other Queen Galfrey, the one that the historians and bards cannot see? The Queen smiles faintly. That Galfrey is an old woman, weighed down by a great burden, but she has not lost her passion, and she will make the feathers fly when the time comes. Oh my! Mendev is lucky to have have such a queen, and I am twice as lucky, for she has agreed to fight by my side. Galfrey arcs her eyebrows. Strange you say, agreed to fight by my side, but what I hear is agreed to go on a date with me. You really think that you are the first person to attempt to charm me with such words? You are not. If you want to impress me, you'll need to do better than that. How does it feel? How does it feel? How does it feel living for so long beyond all natural limits? You're over 100 years old, my queen, aren't you? I shall answer thus: the decision to prolong my life was not mine. It was the decision of the Church of Iomade. The Sun Orchard elixirs have been paid for by the Church. The priest determined that I was needed in these dark times, both as ruler and a chosen paladin of Iomade. I accepted the decision and the great responsibility it entails. Why did you entrust me with Darren? I saw such a wonderful opportunity to teach the Count a lesson and just couldn't resist. Honestly, I expected you to dismiss him forthwith. The Count would have been forced to return to court a laughingstock. It would have been a truly sobering experience. There's nothing more disgraceful for a Mendevian noble than to be discharged like that. Darren Arande. He was such a lovely child. His mother, Lady Solane, was one of the most gracious people I have ever met. She was amiable yet decorous and truly kind. Bonds of kinship among the nobility are on the whole highly practical and only useful for forming alliances. The Countess Arande managed to become a true member of my family. I suppose that is why I spent so much time believing her son to be a better person than he actually was. His company is a heavy burden. Still, I must admit that I am quite pleased that you decided to keep him on as a companion. There is a small chance that once he has had a true taste of the Crusade life, the Count will finally cease to mock the Crusaders as cynically as he is wont to do. You've given an army and the title Knight Commander to a stranger. Why? Because for 100 years I have protected my lands, trying to drive the demon horde back into the abyss. I have tried every right and rational method. My armies have been led by the greatest generals, even Iomede's angels. My goddess's herald created the wardstones for us. We have tasted victory more than once, but we have failed to close the world wound. As for you, do not call yourself a stranger. You are the savior of Conadabris. Hundreds of its people saw the power that descended upon you and turned the demons to dust. It's the sign they've awaited for decades. A sign for all loyal hearts and followers of Iomade. The time has come. Hope has been rekindled in the hearts of my subjects. Thanks to you, hope is a priceless resource. Had no choice but to give it wing. And if we remember Ember's words, hope is a lie. You called it the sign they've been waiting for, but I take it you are reserving judgment. But your question seems to catch the queen off balance. A strange spark flashes in her eyes. When Aruden perished and Iomade took over his legacy, I was among the first to serve the new goddess. I helped restore her church from the ashes left by the chaos after Aruden's death. Since then, I have served the inheritor loyally and truthfully. I like to believe that I have earned the blessings of my goddess. After I learned of what happened in Chronopolis, when I met you at the Defender's Heart, I had so many questions. Is it true that what happened was Iomede's work? Why did she give this power to someone unknown rather than one of her most loyal followers? Could it be that my faith has grown weak, and I don't recognize the deeds of my god, deeds of my goddess, even when they are happening right in front of me? Was the goddess somehow testing me? Those doubts were like poison, but I refused to let them poison me. I gave you an army, declared you knight commander, and accepted you as I would anyone chosen by the goddess. Don't forget, here I am Katrane, the knight. Well,
here we go.
Well, now we go. Now we get going, chat. There's someone on the road. Get ready. Magical anomalies are common in the world of Galarian. So common that the use of the word anomaly itself is questionable. A regular city dweller will encounter a chaotic manifestation of supernatural power at least once in their lifetime. One might naturally assume that the strange sky, the ghostly fire from rifts in the ground, the rain of eyeballs, all that the world wound is known for, should find some purchase in the mortal mind. But even the most worldly of travelers feel uneasy at its borders. Why? Perhaps instinctively they understand that this place is not merely a magical wasteland, but a wound. Ulcer through which the world itself bleeds in the abyss. The commander and his army walk up the high bank of the West Saline River, where it draws near the border of the world wound. The soldiers' feet halt unbidden. On the other bank rises a series of cliffs, too regular in shape to have been formed by wind or water. The sky hangs over the sharp edges and sickening bends, the shade of mercury on the horizon, rising to dirty rust. As it arches above the soldiers, it regains its familiar azure hue. The soldier whispers and grumbles. The commander feels his eyes upon his back. And somewhere among them, wearing simple armor and unrecognized by anyone, the ruler of Mendev is standing and watching the new commander closely. The commander gives a signal to wait. To wait, and climbs to the highest point along the bank. There he decides to diplomacy. Establishing rapport with his troops is yet another battle that the leader must face. Through the subtle alchemy of words, one can win trust and raise morale, or lose faith and authority. Addressing the army on the order of the world wound, the commander seeks to establish himself as a military leader on his new battleground. On this new battleground, and his efforts prove fruitful. The soldiers listen dutifully, smiles appearing on their faces. Some of the ranks jokes that the demons are growing tired of waiting for them. Army keeps moving. Lines of soldiers step warily beneath the shroud of low black clouds, like the world wound has reached out a finger into the lands of Mendev. The gesture seems eerily harmless, but then the clouds come to life, shooting out howling tornadoes, one after another. The tornado comes from all sides, from ahead, from behind, and right above the soldiers' heads. The power of the elements on one side of the scales, the soldiers' faith and inspiration on the other. It's plain to see which is greater. The determined army runs the gauntlet of tornadoes. The struggle lasts over half an hour, but the army only loses a rare few bags of supplies, and a dozen hats whip off into the sky. After stopping to catch their breath, the soldiers continued on. Their first encounter with the whirlwind has ended in their favor. Ah, Jelly Creek, right there. Heaven's Edge. Interesting. Okay. Crusade morale changed by 2. Current morale 16. Nice.
Can't hide from me. I can handle it.
We're finally here. Alon and Curl must be around here somewhere, and Janna too, if they gave her permission to leave. Ah, there they are. Where's Curl? Greetings, Sela, and greetings to you, Knight Commander. Sir, Alon puts his hands behind his back and bows slightly, then he casts an inquisitive glance at you. He seems less friendly than he was the day you met at the Defender's Heart. Shana puts her hands on her hips. He looks even more dashing than usual. Ellen is feeling a little shy. He thought he'd ask for help He thought he asked for help from a couple of nobodies like us, but now you've turned into the saviors of Canabras, Knights of the Fifth Crusade, marked by Amade's blessing, and you still came to help him dig through a pile of junk. Let's not talk about it. I assure you, I'm the same Sela, your friend from the League of the Cart, and we came here to help you look for Elaine's ring. By the way, where's Curl? He didn't come with us. He said an old wound was acting up. All right, my friends. Since we're here, let's finish this mission quickly. I really don't feel comfortable bothering the Knight Commander with my personal problems. I'm glad we're here to help you, Alon. Alon. I hope everything works out perfectly for your wedding, too. I love weddings so much. They're full of joy and new beginnings, but I haven't been to any yet. Can I come? Of course, Lady Ember. Let's hope my bride doesn't run away from the bungler who managed to lose the ring he bought for her. What does the new ring look like, and where should we look for it? The last time I saw the ring, it was with my things in my traveling chest. Now the camp's in total disarray. I don't know how we'll ever find it. The ring is made of a shiny silver metal with a deep blue and green jewel. We can't miss it. Master Derek is not just a jeweler, he's an artist. There's no mistaking one of his creations. A trinket worth several months' pay, Alon? The rules of the surface are insane. You should give your you should give your girls fried rats like we do. You'd save yourself a lot of trouble. Something wrong, Alon? Am I making you nervous? I apologize. Anna's right. Much has changed since we met in Canabras. Some things for the better, some not at all. All right, off we go. John and I will look around the north side. We'll see you when we find something, or when we give up trying.